What makes a Christmas film? Is the holiday the central focus of the film? Does it take place in late November to December? Is it about presents or just cozy winter vibes? Not every film can be Elf or A Christmas Story, whose status of being a holiday flick is never challenged. Die Hard, despite being an action flick, takes place during Christmas time. Home Alone is the Kids Bop version of Saw, but it's spurred by a family trip for the holidays gone wrong. Both of these, while not outwardly filled with Christmas cheer, still fit the bill of a Christmas film in my eyes. Harry Potter? Most would call that the ultimate Christmas series, containing Christmas scenes and holiday vibes. Many others would argue against that, citing that a single scene of Yuletide cheer does not a holiday movie make. That's why I'm here to settle the score and answer the age-old question: is Harry Potter a Christmas movie? The first argument you'll always hear is Harry Potter's inclusion in the annual 25 Days of Christmas marathons on TV. For those not in the know, this was a month-long celebration where a special movie would air on TV every day of December leading up to Christmas. While it's found its homes on many networks over its 3-decade run, most folks usually associate it with ABC Family. Its lineup over the years has included Rankin Bass's stop-motion classics Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and Frosty the Snowman. It's also included beloved Christmas films like Home Alone, The Santa Claus, and The Grinch. Plus, it's even had holiday specials from Mickey Mouse, Kung Fu Panda, and Madagascar, and hey, even a smattering of made-for-TV Christmas movies. Now, if you're finding Harry Potter scattered among Christmas classics like that, then it's obvious it's a Christmas movie too. So I've got a follow-up question for you. Is Cars a Christmas movie? No, but it's also part of the 25 Days of Christmas roster. Yeah, the lineup isn't just Christmas movies. As a present to its viewers, sometimes the network would pepper in recent blockbusters to keep that lineup fresh. Like it or not, the 25 Days of Christmas is not the definitive source of what makes a Christmas movie, so let's talk about the Christmas content of Harry Potter. Because that'll be what proves it's a Christmas movie, right? Well, with one exception, each Harry Potter movie covers the entire school year, and unless my calendar's a liar, each year always has a Christmas. For the 7 movies that follow that formula, the Christmas elements vary from simply adding festive scenery to the wintry portion of Chamber of Secrets to the Yule Ball in Goblet of Fire. But one movie is unanimously the most Christmassy of all: Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone for you weirdos that like to put beans on your toast. Harry Potter's first film outing is about him escaping his abusive adoptive family to go to a boarding school where he can go be a wizard. Throughout his first year at Hogwarts, he makes friends, goes on adventures, and learns about the true power of love. The prime example of that is when snow falls all over the grounds of Hogwarts. After 11 years, Harry finally gets to experience a Christmas season of his own, spending Christmas Eve with his new best friend, Ron Weasley, playing chess together with a giant festive tree in the background. When Christmas arrives, Ron wakes Harry up, wishes him a happy Christmas, and tells him that there's a present waiting for him under the tree. Joy illuminates Harry's face. He's never gotten presents under the tree before. If this isn't Christmas, I don't know what is. How can you see a scene like this and not call this a Christmas movie? Friends? Presents? Snow? Joy? It's got it all! Well, in Harry Potter's 2.5-hour runtime, the winter lasts a whopping 12 minutes. That beautiful Christmas scene that I mentioned above? That was only 3 minutes. If we do the math, only 2% of this film is Christmas, or 8% if you want to include all of winter. And this is considered the most Christmassy film in the series. So, we did the math. Harry Potter is not a holiday movie in the traditional sense. While most of the films feature a holiday scene or capture the joy of wintertime, these aren't the core of these films. Heck, they don't even take up 10% of the film's runtime. After all, what makes a Christmas movie is Christmas, and it makes up the tiniest fraction of these movies' runtime. That said, the cozy elements, the nostalgia, and maybe even an established tradition can still make Harry Potter a great film series to watch with your friends and family over the holidays. There's no formula to determine what makes for a good holiday flick. As long as you share it with the ones you love, any movie can be a holiday movie. That said, you probably shouldn't be watching these wizard movies on Christmas, or at all. I hate to break this to you, but I need to come clean. I'm a millennial. My generation grew up with the wizarding world. My dad used to read the Harry Potter books to me and my sister before bed every night when we were kids. As I got older, I began to read them for myself and got lost in the magical world of Hogwarts. I went to see all the movies as they came out. I ate the silly flavored jelly beans. I played all the video games. Chamber of Secrets on GameCube, that was my jazz. My sister wrote fan fiction where she was a Slytherin student that was dating Draco Malfoy, and my dad would scold her because we're a Gryffindor family. Heck, I would dress up as Harry for Halloween, and I would daydream every day about getting my letter to go to Hogwarts to become a wizard myself. Too bad I grew up to be a witch instead, and now the author of my childhood book series wishes I didn't exist. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books, began seeing some scrutiny for her online behavior across 2019 by following a user who was a self-proclaimed transphobe, showing support for someone who'd allegedly lost their job over anti-trans statements, and by liking transphobic tweets as well. 2020 was a great year for transphobic writing from Rowling, starting with her Turf Wars blog post in June. It's what NBC referred to as a transphobic manifesto. This essay made claims that women's rights are being eroded by trans rights, stirred fear that children are being brainwashed into being trans, and claimed that a number of folks detransitioning is rising, implying that it was due to non-trans folks being convinced to transition. So fun fact for you, I am a detransitioner. Half a decade ago, I started HRT and then quit. Why? It wasn't because I'm not trans. It was because I didn't have a supportive family, and the world was growing ever more hostile towards trans people. More than half of all folks that detransition do it due to societal pressure, not because they changed their mind. Another fun fact though, eventually, I realized that I would rather stare a world that hates me in the face than try to pretend that I was happy living as a man. So I detransitioned 4 years later, and I'm a woman now! In September that year, she released Troubled Blood, a book about the hunt for a man on a killing spree that used cross-dressing to get close to women to kill them. While not explicitly about a trans woman, this kind of story feeds into the stereotype that masculine-looking folks in feminine clothing are a danger to women, and sowing these seeds of distrust can make it even more difficult for women to live their day-to-day lives. Remember, everyone, you're more likely to get assaulted in a bathroom by a Republican senator than a trans woman. So, I want to get this video out by Christmas, and I just realized there is no way that I can do that if I cite every single post that J.K. Rowling has made criticizing trans rights. So, I'm just going to toss some links in the description if you want to see everything. Someone with this kind of power and reach being so public about hating a marginalized group has consequences. It galvanizes folks into believing that their hatred is okay, and it pushes them to further discriminate towards trans people. It normalizes hate towards a group just trying to live their authentic lives. It's bad enough as is, but it's not just her words, it's her money supporting hate too. In April of 2025, Rowling tweeted, "I love it when a plan comes together. Hashtag Supreme Court, hashtag women's rights." It must have been a huge win for women everywhere, right? Nah, it was in response to the UK Supreme Court ruling that the concept of sex is binary. A person is either a woman or a man. And it also defined gender based on a person's sex at birth and removed protections from the Equality Act from transgender women. Now, Rowling had previously donated $70,000 to the organization that filed the suit that had reached the Supreme Court, For Women Scotland. That's right. Her wizard money directly led to stripping women of their protections by the law. Not satisfied with this so-called win, she also founded the J.K. Rowling Women's Fund, a privately funded charity of her own making that offers legal funding for what she calls a women's sex-based rights, which is a real funny way to say money designed to fight trans rights. She's not even hiding it. Her money is almost exclusively going to causes intended to strip protections and rights from trans people. As creator of the world of Harry Potter, any sales of Wizarding World books, movies, games, or merch will line her pockets. If you buy the books, she gets money. Buy the movies or watch them on a streaming service, she gets money. Buy a shirt that says Gryffindor at Hot Topic, you know where that money's going. Unfortunately, I'm a gamer, and the Wizarding World keeps weaseling its way into my periphery. While watching the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley announced that you can get Hogwarts Legacy for free on Epic Games, along with a chocolate frog back bling. Plus, Harry Potter collab items just hit the item shop. If I see any of you dressed in a Hogwarts outfit, or even a gosh dang chocolate frog, I am targeting you in Fortnite, so watch out. And, just like all those other things, JK will likely see a paycheck from the Harry Potter Fortnite skins, so if you spend your V-Bucks on a Hogwarts student, that's going to fund stripping me of my rights. So, at least use creator code IndieAlpaca so I can make some money too. And, to address the elephant in the room, remember when trans folks asked people to avoid Hogwarts Legacy when it released in 2023? Yeah, no one listened. It was the best-selling video game of that year, moving 22 million copies in 2023 alone, reaching 40 million in sales by the end of 2025. So, JK got some serious royalties from one of the best-selling games of all time, and her obsession with trans people had her dumping that money into stripping them of rights. So let's rewind a bit. If Harry Potter was the perfect Christmas story, do you think that a story that helps fund hate against a marginalized group is a good fit for the holiday about spreading peace and cheer? Just because Home Alone 2 is a Christmas film doesn't mean that you should pop it on the TV for your next family gathering. Grandpa's gonna get really weird when Kevin asks for directions from Grandpa's favorite Epstein client. Rest in peace, Grandpa. You'll be happy to know that your boy Donnie T is making my life hell for being trans. Also, hey, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you've watched this far, I actually want to say thank you. I know it's super difficult to hear negative things about the media you love, and this is no different. I know that a lot of folks out there will try to dunk on the series' quality when it comes to discussing J.K. Rowling's transphobia, but I think that misses the point. It is way more meaningful to say, this is something I love, but I don't want to support it due to the harmful views of its creator, than to act like you never loved it at all. If you're one of those folks that loves the Wizarding World, my only ask is that you don't buy anything new and don't watch anything on streaming services. Buying books, movies, games, or even merchandise secondhand doesn't share any of that revenue with the author, just the person selling it. You will get to enjoy it guilt-free, and you'll save a bit of money. It's a win all around. I would also really like for you to make some noise. If you choose to still air the Wizard movies at your Christmas celebration, it might be worth having a conversation about this. Not everyone is as plugged into the online world as we are, and they might not be informed on J.K. Rowling's harmful actions. Let your family and friends know what she uses her Wizard money for if they don't know already. But also, let Warner Bros. And any other companies that might work with them know that Harry Potter as a brand is poison as long as J.K. Rowling is attached to it. Vote with your wallet and let it be known. With enough action and a little bit of luck, she'll either change her ways or be forced to part with the IP. So, is Harry Potter a Christmas movie? In the traditional sense, no. But if it brings you and your family joy over the holidays, then maybe it can be. All I ask is that if you choose to watch it, do so in a way that doesn't funnel money into causes that want to exterminate folks like me. By the way, if you saw footage of a really cool pixel art RPG in the background, that game is called Eichenfell. Amazing game about a wizard school. It's like Paper Mario meets Fire Emblem, has a killer soundtrack and amazing LGBT representation. So you should absolutely go play it. Also, if I see you wearing a Hogwarts outfit in Fortnite, you're f***ing dead.